Good day class. Once again welcome to Technology and Livelihood Education Grade 10, I am teacher Marvin Mangali. Welcome to Quarter 1, Week 4. Our topic for today is appropriate dry drawing media to represent object. This module will help you know how to select appropriate dry drawing media to represent object. Various activities are provided for you to meet the target skills. At the end of this module, you are expected to 1. For what I know part or review. Activity 1. Direction, fill in the blanks with the correct answer. The first letter is given as a clue. 1. C. Blank is used when drawing arcs and circles. 2. M. Blank tape is used for fastening the drawing paper on the drawing table or drawing board. 3. T. Blank also used for guiding triangles when drawing vertical lines. 4. E. Blank shield is a useful tool to protect the rest of the drawing when clearing up smudges. 5. T. Blank scales is used to reproduce the measurements of an object in full size, reduced size and enlarged size. 6. P. Blank is used to determine gradations of degrees when measuring arcs, angles and circles. 7. D. Blank is used when transferring measurements, dividing lines and arcs into desired number of equal parts. 8. F. Blank head is fastened to the blade. It is used for ordinary work. 9. R. Blank head designed for comfort when carrying the T-square. 10. P. Blank is a semicircular tool divided into 180 equal parts, each of which is called a degree. You can pause for a while for you to answer this part. Let us now proceed with our lesson. Our topic is all about appropriate dry drawing media to represent object. Ask yourself some questions before you choose your drawing device. Are hard edges or soft edges important to this drawing? Does the subject beg for high contrast treatment? Is color crucial to its depiction? Which mark-making material best suits the proper scale for the drawing? Do you want the image to have a spontaneous feel, or a more finished look? The surface you choose plays an almost equal role in determining how your completed drawing will look. Smooth surfaces, like hot-pressed paper or Bristol board, will wonderfully showcase highly detailed line work. Heavily textured paper, including pastel boards, will selectively pull off the pigment of your drawing instrument in a possibly charming, possibly distracting fashion. Toned paper should be chosen carefully to suit the overall color temperature and value of the subject. First, let us discuss dry media. Most drawing media are either dry, example graphite, charcoal, pastels, Conti, silverpoint, or use a fluid solvent or carrier, marker, pen, and ink. Watercolor pencils can be used as dry drawing media like ordinary pencils, then moistened with a wet brush to get various painterly effects. Under dry media. 1. Pencils. The marking core of the pencil is called the lead, although these days it doesn't contain any actual lead. Most pencils contain graphite, a silvery gray form of carbon, as their pigment, although other pigments such as charcoal or various colors are possible. Graphite leads are rated in relative hardness. On one side of the scale is 9H, which is the hardest grade of pencil. On the other side of the scale is 9B, which is the softest, blackest, grade of pencil. In the middle of the scale is the HB pencil, which corresponds to the standard number 2 pencil. The F grade of pencil is a bit harder than HB. Note, Hardness is not necessarily consistent between brands of pencil. Look at the picture, you will see the different qualities of the lead of pencil. If you will notice, hard lead qualities are 1. Very light strokes, 2. Stays sharp longer, and 3. Brittle, tend to break. Meanwhile, soft lead qualities are 1. Gives the darkest strokes, 2. Dulls quickly, and 3. Soft, tends to crumble. Other type of pencil are the following. 1. Colored pencils contain a pigment instead of graphite. 2. Watercolor pencils, a relatively recent development, use a water-soluble binding material which allows the artist to blend color by brushing water over the artwork. 3. Blue pencils, non-repro blue, does not photocopy well. Comic book artists use these pencils to lay out their artwork before tracing over it with regular graphite pencils. 4. Grease pencils use a soft wax as a binding agent, wrapped in a rolled paper casing that is peeled away to expose the core. Since they use wax as a binding agent, these pencils are similar to crayons. Second type of dry media is charcoals. Charcoal is a popular artist's tool because it produces an inky, matte black and can be easily manipulated with the fingers or other smudge tool. Charcoal work tends to smear more easily than graphite work and usually requires a fixative. Charcoal is also harder to erase than graphite. Here are the variety of forms of charcoal. 1. Compressed charcoal sticks, the artist can produce both lines and areas of value. 2. Vine charcoal, is a piece of plant that has been turned to charcoal but has not been pulverized and compressed. Vine charcoal can be held like a pencil and used like charcoal sticks. Since it has not been compressed, it tends to produce a lighter mark than compressed charcoal. And 3. Charcoal powder, applied directly to the art and manipulated with fingers or brush. Third type of dry media is metal, silver point, copper point. A silver point drawing is made by dragging a silver rod or wire across a surface, often prepared with primer. Fourth type of dry media is chalks. It is one of the oldest drawing media similar to pastels in texture and appearance. It is soft fine-grained white rock used for drawing. Fifth type of dry media is crayons. Type of crayons are the following. 1. Conti, also known as Conti sticks or Conti crayons, is a drawing medium composed of compressed powdered graphite or charcoal mixed with a wax or clay base, square in cross-section, and 2. Crepe oil pastels consist of pigment mixed with a non-drying oil and wax binder. The surface of an oil pastel painting is therefore less powdery. Oil pastels provide a harder edge. Sixth type of dry media is pastels. It is crayon made of powdered pigments bound with gum or resin. Seventh type of dry media is erasers. Erasers can be a great mark-making tool as well. Each eraser creates a different mark and should be used as necessary according to the specific drawing medium. There are varieties of erasers. Rubber eraser, Your standard eraser for erasing graphite. This eraser uses friction to remove any material from the surface. Kneaded eraser. This eraser lifts material from the surface, instead of using friction to remove it. It can be pulled and fashioned into different forms to create specific marks. This eraser gets dirty over time but can be cleaned by pulling and kneading it. Gum eraser, the crumbler. This eraser is great for removing media from surfaces that are sensitive to tearing. A gum eraser removes the medium through friction, but crumbles as it does so, preserving the surface. And vinyl or plastic erasers. This eraser is the toughest of the bunch. It can erase almost anything. But be warned, this eraser can tear the paper if not careful. Eighth type of dry media is smudging tools are used to move pigment around on the drawing surface, blending or smearing it. 1. Finger is the simplest smudging tool, although care should be used not to damage the artwork with oil from hands. 2. Blending stumps is also known as tortillons or smudge sticks. These stumps are the lengths of tightly rolled paper that come to a point at one or both ends. Now let us process to the uses of blending stumps. 1. Stumps are useful because they allow for precise blending, by using either the flat or tip of the point. 2. Blending stumps allow the artist to create gradations in value without introducing the oils of the finger, through finger smudging, which can make a drawing look dirty or uncontrolled. And 3. These also allow the artist to create gradations and smooth applications of value in areas of detail that may be hard to get to otherwise. How was it? Did you learn something from the information presented to you? I hope that you really gained new learning. To continue your journey, the next part of the module will assess how well you have understood the discussions. Good luck. To test your knowledge about our lesson, answer the following activities. First, let us proceed to independent. To test your knowledge about our lesson, answer the following activities. First, let us proceed to independent activity. Directions: match the given hazards or precautions in column A with its corresponding illustrations in column B. Write the letter of the correct answer on the blanks before each number. You can pause for a while answering this part. For independent assessment. For independent assessment. Directions: group the following words according to the listed categories: pencils, other type of pencil, charcoal, erasers and crayons. Write your answers on your notebook. The choices are wood casing, colored, vine, rubber, mechanical, blue, solid graphite sticks, clutch, kneaded, crepe, oil pastel. You can pause for a while answering this part. On what I have learned part. Based on the different dry drawing media, what will be your considerations in order to select the appropriate dry drawing media? Cite scenarios to support your answer. In selecting dry drawing media, I realized that. And I have to consider. You can put your answer on your answer sheet. Now, let us proceed to what can I do part. Directions: based on the information presented, choose 3 dry drawing media that you have to use, then share in what kind of drawing did you use it together with the advantages and disadvantages of it. Complete the table below. Thank you for listening. Once again, this is teacher MarLouie Armangali. Always remember that, you are a blessing. What's next? On week 4 we will discuss appropriate wet drawing media to represent object. See again next lesson. God